reminiscence and smiled. Oh, the house-made limoncello. Picturing al dente pasta dressed in tangy, savory red sauce, and the sugary kick of limoncello, along with visions of impressive architecture and romantic streets, I was sold. But a few weeks later, when I wandered lost in the cold streets of Ostens, suffering the nighttime chill of a late Roman winter, I cursed the advice. I had landed hours earlier, the victim of a 20-hour journey, but made my way to the friendly Ostens neighborhood joyfully, taking in the old brown brick buildings, the friendly cafes, the multitude of classic pizzerias, and the groups of Italians, huddled together laughing amicably and talking loudly. I found my pleasantly warm, family-run hotel easily, but voraciously hungry. I abandoned my welcoming room for the siren call of the authentic Italian meal at Burro and Sugo. My phone had long since died, but I was convinced I could find the restaurant. With my memory of the road map and a few scrawled notes, it was only a 15-minute walk away. My coat barely protected me from the chill, but I walked out in the fading light of sunset, comforted by the neighborhood skyline, illuminated and familiarly friendly, and began walking the quaint, inviting winding Roman streets. I was beyond confident even as day fast turned to night. I quickly passed Pizzeria Ostens, ignoring its tantalizing smell, in favor of my desired grandmother-style, traditional Italian feast, the beautiful Church San Paolo, and a lonely gelato shop. Before the light was completely gone, and the street dead-ended at an unmarked intersection. Left or right? I stared at the directions, willing them to give me an answer, but there was none. Towards a brightly lit park, with wrought iron benches, I turned right. But I was wrong. For the next hour, I wandered aimlessly, completely lost, without a clue how to even just find my way home. I queried every Italian I came across in my broken version of their language, handing them the directions and telling the name of the restaurant, while miming eating. Burro and Sugo. Trattoria. While beyond helpful and kind, concerned for my shivering, the locals never knew the restaurant. Until finally one did. Oh, an elderly gentleman asked, repeating my words but seeming to elongate some syllables out while eliminating others. I confirmed excitedly, and he pointed down a dark alley, which I would usually never attempt solo. But hunger was overpowering, and I thanked him hastily while jogging towards the darkness. Victory! I peered in through the curtained window and saw dim lights. I pulled at the door with numb fingers, and it didn't budge. Yanking harder and harder, nothing moved. It was closed. I had frozen my nose and the tips of my toes, and gotten all but irrevocably lost for nothing. Stomach growling, eyes smarting at the cold and frustration, I sighed and began walking down the alley to continue my search for food and warmth elsewhere. Signorina. The loud call interrupted my grumbling, and I turned confused. A tall man had appeared, with slick black hair and a white apron. He smiled broadly at me. Signorina, we have another door, and pointed. I breathed my longest sigh of relief, and made my way into the welcoming warmth of the candlelit, cozy dining room, to enjoy Italian hospitality, exquisitely sauced pasta, and much wine and limoncello. I would go back to Burro and Sugo in a heartbeat, but I wouldn't do it without a detailed Rome City street map. Buon appetito!